Hello there, Rangers, and welcome to my first official Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode review. I don't have the morpher yet. I do apologize for saying that the series was a go and then promptly missing episode 2. I do have a script written for it, and at some point I will go back and put that together to fill in the gap. But for now, let's just jump right into episode 3, Blue Saber Saga. Last week we got a brand new intro that we're going to be seeing every week explaining the story. The one interesting thing from this is that we do see a shot of what appears to be American footage of the Rangers looking up at Samurai, Ninja Storm, and Mighty Morphin. This might be Legend War footage. So in this episode, we actually start with the villains as we see our monster of the day, Skatana, come in and introduce himself with a pretty nice slicing sequence. A quick side note on Skatana, by the way. I thought a couple times through the episode that he might be voiced by the same voice actor as Gosei, Jeffrey Dolan. He is not, but he is voiced by Nick Samson, who was Chip, the Mystic Force Yellow Ranger. So we then see Noah in the computer lab because Noah is a nerd and that's where nerds hang out. Seriously, there's 4 computers in this room and we never see anyone else in there unless one of the other Rangers is looking for Noah. Today, Emma is looking for Noah to see if he'll help her shoot some pictures of the moonflower. Now at first I thought this might be a reference back to Megaforce last year when Gia and Emma shot footage of a flower that only bloomed once a year. But sadly it wasn't. Noah says no, but then sees her struggling with what seems to be an entire photo studio in a bag and decides to help her out. On the way, Emma asks if he's got everything, and he drops a cute line about, "Don't tell anyone, but I'm kind of a superhero." Skatana then attacks, and Emma tells Tenso to call the others. On her Gosei morpher. Why use the Gosei morpher as a communicator when the legendary morpher looks like a phone and not like a giant face? Noah tells Skatana that they're the Power Rangers. Well, they're 2 of them, but I guess that does make them Rangers, plural. Skatana says that he'll first deal with the puny girl. Ooh, the scary monster is also sexist? That's actually fairly deep writing. Monsters should be jerks more often. Noah suddenly becomes Mr. White Knight, telling Skatana not to talk to her that way. The Rangers show up and they morph. This may be a weird thing to notice, but the Gosei morpher looked enhanced in this shot. It looked like it had CGI added to it. It was just really shiny and bright. Anyway, the Rangers go Megaforce in an Instamorph, and then go straight to Super Megaforce with a morphing sequence. More on this later, but I did like that they removed the voices from the morphing sequence, and I really liked the music. Kind of a bassline guitar riff on the theme. By the way, the transformation we see in this shot from Mega to Super is actually the morph that we saw in the trailers for the show. But in those trailers, it was an Instamorph. And indeed, when we come out of the morphing sequence in this, it does appear to have originally been an Instamorph. It's kind of weird that they changed that. Oh, by the way, when they're all done with this, Skatana goes, "Finished yet?" I giggled. Apparently, Skatana was angered by Noah's gentlemanliness as he is now focused on taking down Mr. Blue Double D Double Die. "We have to go help Noah," say the other 2 boy Rangers. Apparently the girls were too busy staring at them admiringly or something. Back on the Armada ship, Argus says, "The Rangers are annoying, right, boss?" Vecker, is it Vecker or Veker? Anyway, goes, "That's right, Captain Obvious." Okay, it made me laugh. It was a Rita or a Zed type of line. I know that it comes from the Sentai, but the Blade of Infinity attack that Skatana used was a gorgeous effect. Noah can't handle it and he gets demorphed. It would have been a nice touch for him to have been demorphed just back to Megaforce, but sadly he gets knocked all the way back to human. The rest of the team shows up and Skatana retreats after challenging Noah to a one-on-one. The rest of the team says, forget that, but Noah says, no, I have to do this alone, and he goes off. The rest of the team goes looking for him, and the first place that Jake looks is the computer lab. Then when he asks Emma if he's seen him, Emma says, he wasn't in the computer lab? Okay, Super Megaforce, I see what you did there. That's a nice touch now. Emma says that Skatana hit a raw nerve, and Jake says that whenever Noah gets shown up, he practices until he's the very best. I actually like this. It's a nerdy mindset, and trust me, I would know. It kind of reminds me of Yahtzee's review of No More Heroes 2 on Zero Punctuation, when he said, a nerd, after all, is someone who obsesses over something. So it fits Noah's character for him to suddenly get obsessed with practicing to become the best swordsman. Mr. Burley grabs Jake to help him with something, leaving Emma alone to go find Noah in the bamboo woods that every American city just happens to have sitting outside them, right? Here we see an amazing training scene where Noah has set up a system to fire blades at him from different directions so that he can deflect them with his super mega sabers. There's no avoiding referencing the Sentai here. This sequence was copied shot for shot from the Gokaiger episode that it's adapting. It is still awesome. It's just an excellently shot sequence. And it's not like they could just take that footage and insert it into the episode. They had to make the effort to duplicate the footage shot for shot and replicate the sequence and make it look just as good. Emma stays with Noah while he practices all night. He tries to leave in the morning without waking her, but she catches up with him. Actually, he walks into her, which means she somehow got ahead of him. Anyway, she gives him her super mega saber, so now he has two to take into the battle. He meets up with Skatana, and he morphs directly into super mega mode. Human to super mega. We'll go into this later, but what? What? Anyway, they have their battle. Noah's training helps, but then the bad guys cheat because they're bad guys. Emma gets PO'd, and then she also morphs directly into Super Mega. She's held back by the X-Borgs, but the others arrive in the skyship and fight the X-Borgs and the Bruisers, who are named for the first time on screen, by the way, so that Noah and Skatana can truly have their one-on-one. The four other Rangers go Jungle Fury, and this is handled so well. They say Jungle Beast, Spirit Unleashed, and they actually use animal sound effects. The Rangers then go SPD. Again, they've transformed into SPD in every episode so far. Now, to be fair, the first episode of Gokaiger used Deca Ranger, and the second episode was their SPD episode, and this just might be more just happened to footage. But it's already becoming kind of mimetic. Lavira says that she's upgraded Skatana's armor. Interesting to think that he's wearing armor and that she has the ability to upgrade it, and this has given him a new attack. Emma wants to go help Noah, but Troy says, no, Noah's got this. But he could use our sabers. What? I don't get how this concept makes any sense, seeing as Noah only has 2 hands. But somehow he manages to hold the 5 swords anyway. After some fighting with the 5 swords, Gosei says that Noah has unlocked 5 Blue Ranger keys to be used in a final strike. Coincidentally enough, all 5 of them are water-themed. But interestingly, one of the 5 keys is Megaforce Blue. I realize that this was Gokaiger footage, but it makes no sense here. Why are Megaforce keys a thing? Oh, wait. Gosei says there's a very simple explanation for that. Boom goes the monster mites, Katana and the 3 Bruisers grow, and the Bruisers turn into ships. The Rangers form the Megazord. We get the full sequence for this. Story run just a little bit short. The Bruiser ships blast at it, and Troy says, raise shields! What is this, the Enterprise? This thing has shields? Anyway, after they fight for a bit, Gosei says that their teamwork and Blue's determination, he has a name, have unlocked Mystic Force's Megazord mode. They summon the Mystic Force Dragon Zord, not to be confused with other Dragon Zords. I know I'm mentioning Gokaiger a lot in this episode, but this episode that they're adapting is not the one where the Gokaigers got the Magi Rangers' grand power, which means Super Megaforce is deviating even more from Gokaiger's story. Gold star! They then fly up and attack, and right as I was saying Noah should be the one to attack, Noah spots the opening and does so. Good job! They then put away the dragon and finish off the bruisers with the Super Mega Starburst. They then bring the dragon back out and finish off Skatana with Mystic Force's Final Strike, which, by the way, is called Ancient Power Mystic Spell Seal. Yes! Yes, Super Mega Force. Yes! The ending is kind of cheesy in a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers way, where Noah realizes that he's part of a team, and the rest of the team congratulates him for being awesome. We even get a hands in, Earth's defenders never surrender. This episode... I liked the story, but I could never get immersed because it just kept throwing questions at me that just launched me out of the experience. I know this might be because I'm a nerd and I'll notice things that kids won't, but why do the Rangers use their Gosei morphers to communicate when their legendary morphers look like phones? That wouldn't seem strange. When the Rangers morph into Mega and then go straight to Super Mega, and we see Noah and Emma morph straight from human to Super Mega, what is the point of the Megaforce powers? Why does Noah get so focused on having to do this alone? This is meaningless drama. He knows he's on a team. He knows the monster's just trying to get to him. I know I said it was nice that his nerdiness manifests into him obsessing on his sword play, which, by the way, gives us a nice "why is the blue nerd so good at swords" explanation for the rest of the year. But it's just forced, meaningless drama. Why are there Megaforce keys? Were they just generated somehow when the team got their Super Megaforce powers? We know they weren't there when the team was just Megaforce. Can we get some kind of an explanation? Like when a team of Rangers connects to the morphing grid, it automatically just produces a set of keys? Something? Why did Gosei call Noah Blue? He knows his name. Why did the Rangers summon the dragon and then put it away and then bring it out again? Do you see what I mean? I want to like this episode more than I do. So, what's the flag tally? Episode 3, Blue Saber Saga. Pros: character development for Noah, nice effects. Cons: far too many unanswered questions and inconsistencies. Blue Saber Saga raises 2 flags out of 5. This episode kind of demonstrates how scoring can be subjective to a season, because I still think this was better than anything that Megaforce gave us. But for what we've gotten so far this year, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad, it was just wildly inconsistent. Well, that's going to do it for this week. What did you all think of the episode? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Be looking out next week for my review of Episode 4, A Lion's Alliance. Like the video, share it, leave comments, subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. You can click to see my gaming vlog, Almost Gaming, my Miami Sports Report, and my personal vlog, Almost Interesting. Stay tuned for Walkin' the Plank, the bloopers. Until next time, may the power protect you. That we see what Gia and Emma he gets obsessed with practicing something. Noah. Emma stays with Noah. He tries to leave without waking her, but she catches up. Directly into Super Mega mode. Human, or nah, that was too much of a pause. Megaforce Blue. Gosei says that their determination, dagnabbit. The Rangers form the Megazord, dagnabbit. They then, I said the final attack, and finish off the Bruisers with the Mega Super. Why are there Megaforce keys? I don't know. Yeah.